All right, so this is the second video of this that I'm shooting because once I delved into it, it took me about 2 hours to get through this, so I shut the video off because it was just too much. Too much watching me make the sausage. The sausage. So, after yesterday's Recto recording, amp versus Kemper kind of thing, I put my amp up for sale. I was like, I don't need it. But then, I don't know. Then I was like, I took it down. I'm like, no. It really sounded good, and I really like it. It's just I don't use it that much, but I've got all this licensing stuff coming up, and it's more metal, so I will use it. And it sounds gorgeous. And I put it up on Reverb, and a guy's like, I gave him the serial number. He's like, dude, he says, I think that's a Rev F. He says, that's an expensive amp. He says, you're asking too little for it. I guess he was just kind of broing me on it. But anyway, I put it back up. But the thing that was bugging me yesterday was I was getting like on the amp, I was getting like look at when I was chugging, I was getting this, like a farting sound. And the thing was, I was hearing it on one side, and I knew the way I had the mics panned, it was weird. So I've got a 57 and an M160, and I knew that the M160 was the problem. So I listened through last night, and the 57 sounded fine. It sounded like a 57, and the M160 sounded great. But when I was chugging, when I was doing it was like going, I don't know, it was doing this weird woofy thing. So I came in and tried to figure out a game plan. I tried switching out for the Heil PR20, which sounded cool, but the M160 just sounded better. Then I put the Royer on there, which sounded cool too, but not as good as the 160. It took the pick attack away. That's the thing about sometimes with the 121 I don't like. It's I don't know, it didn't feel as grindy. So what I ended up doing was I pulled everything back just a little bit. I repositioned the mics. I got it to be way less farty. Maybe a hair here and there, but it sounded fine. And then I also took my Brent Averill Neves and I clicked them down to minus 30. So that's that input volume. Because normally minus 35 is kind of like what you do for like Neves. But the amp is jamming. I mean, the amp is on like 4 on the master. So it is blazing loud. So, and I recorded the whole thing at a lower volume. I think I was just recording it too loud. So after all the repositioning and everything, here it is, and this is the Mesa Trem Verb with a little bit of OCD. Same basic setup as yesterday. The only thing I think I changed, I added a little bit of bass on it. And the way I positioned the mics wasn't as bright. That was the other thing. Yesterday's track sounded great, but it felt a little bright for my taste, especially unmixed, because once you put it in the mix, it kind of, there's a lot of EQing and whatever. So there you have it. So here we're going to track just the first 20 seconds or 10 seconds, and we'll double it. So here's the Recto. Or not. What am I doing? I'm on screen flow. Oh, make sure I didn't shut off the video. I didn't. Okay. Here we go. You guys ready? Raise your hand. Put your hand in the air like you just don't care. Oh, there we go. Left and here's right. Same thing. It's kind of hard to do this sitting, but I'm just going to sit. Let me check also the phase real quick. Let me just make sure. I should have done this first. I think it's right. I put the 121 back on the 212 open back, and I think I slightly bumped the the M160. But here we go. Let's just see. You know how to do this? Just tick it, and then you're just gonna line up the peak transient, the first lift, and yeah, look at that. Maybe a sample off. Not a big deal. All right, so here we go. Let me go back to the original, which is so loud, and I'll go all and bring them down like this. This is the original track. A little harder, but it also has some issues. So it kind of doesn't matter. We're not there. We're here now. So let's make this the best possible, right? Right? Yeah, there you go. That's really nice. Let's, I don't think I want to try any more low end. I think that's really because it's also going to be blended with other things. So. That's better. And the thing is that it's picking up a little bit of the grind, but the grind is already there. And I think that 160 just accentuates it because it has more detail there. Here's the 57s. Gonna be great, man. And that's not even with them doubled with Marshalls. That's just this guy. All right, we're gonna try one more thing. Now that we're back to this, let's give me a second. Shut that off. We're gonna now try the AC30 with the open back cab. Now that. And just double check our mic positioning and I don't know if anybody follows me, but I banged this thing on the way up. I've been looking for a blackface bassman for about 6 or 8 months, and a couple came up, and I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes they're just old, and you don't know if it's going to be cool or not. But a friend of my buddy Daniel, he bought one of Daniel's years ago, and now he's selling it. Anyway, Daniel said, "Oh, it's killer." He says it's killer. I had 2 of them, and they were virtually the same. And one was for a touring thing, and one was something he said I didn't need it, so I sold this one. It looks brand new, too. It's weird. I don't know if it's been retold. I don't care. It's a 66 blackface. It sounds killer. And, oh, man. So it's coming. So I've got a cinder block out front that I cleaned up and I'm spray painting black. I'm going to put that underneath the rack, and that's where the basement's going to go, right up on the cinder block. I'm going to put a little hand towel to protect it. It's going to be yo diggity, dog diggity. So here we go. So here is my Strat with the AC30, and through the open back cab with a 57. So this is the 57 here, and then this is the and then this is the Royer 121, and they're going through a pair of APIs, and that's it. So. I just tested these, so these should be good. I'm almost done. I gotta get to work. But I wanted to get this over with because I was dismantling things for the 4 millionth time. Yeah, there you go. Phase and polarity, right? Phase is where the peak transient starts. Polarity is whether it goes up or down. So you want them to be, sample accurate to the best of your ability. AC30 open back cab. Oh shoot, I did it again. I keep doing this. There it is. I had it through the overdrive. The first mic is the 57, which is right here, and the 121. So you could duck down this 57 if it felt too bright. Maybe a little less top. This is with the 57 down about 15% or so. Got that tone cut on the AC30. Let's try a little of that. like that better. So here's the original. Whatever, but there it is. So there's AC30 back to life. It's funny, you go all around in circles, and and for me, I sometimes just end up back where I started. It's kind of scary. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have been enjoying these videos. I've been enjoying making them. Like I said, I started one this morning that I deleted after about an hour and a half. It was just, I was having so many problems, and I was like, I just need to focus. And sometimes, with the video, you kind of like talking, and I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Like and subscribe.